Hello there to our WEK secondary parents and guardians. This video is all about how we assess in the secondary school and supporting you understand those processes. My name is Matthew Morris and I'm the secondary vice principal here, and assessment is one of my main areas of responsibility. One of the challenges we have here at WEK Secondary is that we have three different methods of assessment. At Key Stage 3, we've continued the fantastic work in the primary school through the mastery curriculum, so students are graded from entering to deepening. At Key Stage 4, we use the GCSE criteria 9 to 1, and then in Key Stage 5-6 form, we use A star to E. What you'll see from this image, that what's highlighted in green is the age expected attainment. What's highlighted in blue is above age expected attainment. And we also use plus or minus grades, which we call fine grading, to really get to the nitty-gritty within a grade. We also have the P scale, which relates to students who may not be accessing the curriculum due to a variety of needs, particularly English learning needs. This diagram outlines how the new 9 to 1 GCSE grading correlates to the old A star to G. You'll see that a 4 grade is similar to a C, a 5 is between a C and a B, and a 7 or above is an A and above. In the secondary school, we have two different assessment pathways, the progressive and the modular, and this will vary per subject and per phase, whether Key Stage 3, 4 or 5. As parents, it's really important you understand these so that you can see whether your child is making progress. In a progressive pathway subjects, students make steps in attainment. So at the start of the year, they might be on a developing, and by the end of the year, securing. And then whether or not they've met that end of year target would be their measure of progress. You'll see from this diagram the arrow going up, so students make steps in attainment. Alternatively, in modular pathway subjects, students maintain the grade. They may start the year on a securing, and the expectation is for them to maintain that throughout the year. This is particularly relevant to subjects like science, where the skills applied must be maintained through the year as more knowledge, as more content and topics are taught. Please rest assured, however, that on each of your reports, it will indicate whether the subject is progressive or modular. It's also important for you to see this. This is what we call an assessment rubric. This is the assessment criteria. You can actually find these on My Learning, and they're shared with the students. So therefore, students know exactly what they need to do to achieve each grade. In this example, this is for music. You'll see that a green is entering, a yellow is developing, red is securing, and so on. And the criteria is there so they know exactly what needs to be done to achieve that grade. Another example of assessment in the secondary school are our key assessments. Now, teachers assess regularly in every single lesson in a range of different ways, but 3 times a year, students will undertake a key assessment. This is a more rigorous and quality assured assessment. And the main aim is that it prepares students for their GCSEs and other external examinations. And this is because with the new exams, students are assessed in some subjects on one exam, 1 2-hour exam at the end of year 11. So we need to get that process in now. We need that rigor, and it needs to be firm. But with a key assessment, it's very well moderated and quality assured, both before the assessment is rolled out to students and after, once it's all been marked. And now what you'll see here is what a teacher's mark book looks like, and I'm hoping to explain some of the different grades. On the left-hand side, you'll see the baseline grade. Now this is where the child started at the beginning of the year. And if a student is existing in the school, we take the end of previous year attainment grade as their baseline. New students will undertake a rigorous baseline assessment at the start of the year. Now, in terms of target setting, we use CAT 4 indicators as a minimum expectation of where students need to be. And if a teacher does not think this is aspirational or challenging enough, we input a realistic target. And that is really important. For us, progress is measured based on whether the child has met their target at the end of the year. Now that's very easy at the end of the year, but throughout the year, it's quite difficult for us to measure progress, so we use residuals, and those residuals are different as to whether the subject is progressive or modular. You'll see on this example that the second student is making expected progress, and they have a residual of -1, and that means they are 1 grade away from their target grade. Now at this time of year, that is what we would expect. And this is a fantastic tool to help us identify which students are on track to meet or exceed their target, or which students are below expected progress and might not achieve that target. It really helps us to provide that additional support and intervention. The other fantastic element of Go for Schools is the assessment data on the right hand side. Teachers use this as their mark sheets. Every assessment that they do, they input, and it updates the current grade on the left hand side. And it's all this information that is readily available in the reports that you have access to. I hope you found this video informative. My email address is at the bottom there. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. Please also read the assessment guide for secondary assessment, which has been sent out on D6. Thank you very much.